Welcome back to the Sports News. I'm Jessa Jeremiah here with champion gymnast Gabby Douglas. What a treat. Now, Gabby knows a thing or two about achieving goals, certainly, and still found time to study for her exams while obviously becoming a champion. Such an impressive young lady. Gabby, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
I'm so excited to chat with you, and we've got back to school season right around the corner, and you're discussing your kids and their parents, how they can prepare for the new school year. So we're excited about that. But first of all, I want to talk a little bit about you and what you've been up to lately.
I've just been enjoying the summer. I'm currently not training at the moment, but I'm exploring different hobbies and passions of mine other than gymnastics. Acting is one, hiking, skateboarding, martial arts. So it's been fun.
Oh my goodness. Well, obviously pretty well-rounded set of activities, and such an athlete. You're so accomplished as a champion gymnast, and couldn't be more excited to chat with you. But I want to talk a little bit about your goal setting specifically, because that's a really important component in what you do. How do you set goals, and also more importantly, how do you stick with them?
It's a huge component, and a lot of people don't know that when you write it down yourself, that you are 42% more likely to accomplish your goal. And my mom always taught me and my siblings that writing down your goal is so essential. So she would have us write down our goals. We would put it on a goal board, make it stick, and go out and accomplish those goals. And for me, since I'm currently not training at the moment, I still even set goals for myself to this day. As you see, acting classes is on here. See your goals. Let's do this. Get out of your comfort zone. And whatever you want to put on a goal board, I advise you to put your own style, your own flavor, and just be creative.
Yeah, I love that you write it down, and you also just make it your own, because you're not going to stick to something if it's not your drive and your goal and ambition.
Exactly. Add some glitter, cut out magazines, whatever you have to do to see it and picture yourself in the moment.
I think that's great. Now, we want to talk a little bit about back to school time. So for many kids and parents, what organization and maybe study tips too do you have for folks out there?
For study tips, I recommend that you do not get frustrated and do not get overwhelmed. I know you have to cram in those tests, and there's a lot, trust me, I know, balancing between sports and academics. I did it. To stay organized, I love using Post-it super sticky notes, and they are so essential because you can stick them on your goal board, you can travel with them, you can stick them on your wall, on your fridge, and they're so colorful. I love the color, they're so vibrant, and they add a lot of flavor to your goal board.
Well, I think that's a great idea, and obviously a fun way to write down your goals. Now, what advice do you have, kind of along the same lines, but when you do have a busy schedule like yours, and a lot of folks out there, especially parents and kids who are trying to juggle, what advice do you have on just time management?
My advice would be use your time wisely and don't get overwhelmed. Because for me, when I have a busy schedule and I look at my calendar, I'm like, okay, this is a lot to do in a month. I just take it day by day. Trust me, you'll get there and you'll be just fine by taking it day by day.
I think that's great, and obviously, you know, you don't want to bite off more than you can chew, but if you just go one little goal at a time, maybe that mountain doesn't seem so big.
Exactly, and it's just baby steps. I mean, for me, the Olympics was a big picture, but I had baby steps. I had, okay, get to this competition. Okay, get a higher score on vault. Okay, and then eventually it led to the bigger picture, which was the Olympics. Start off small.
Absolutely. There's a lot of athletes out there watching. We cover a lot of high school athletics on this particular program. And any advice that you have for high schoolers out there who are athletes trying to balance school, and you know, if they've got big dreams just like yours, what can you say to those folks?
I would say set goals, because that's what I did, make a goal board. I'm really pushing this and I'm really encouraging kids to do that because it's what helped me be the Olympic champion that I am today. And 2, don't procrastinate. I'm telling you, that's not okay. I did it and I would get so behind in my studies, so don't procrastinate. Just get those assignments, tests, whatever done, and don't get overwhelmed.
Yeah, that's a great advice too, because it's easy to do so.
Take a breather.
Yeah. And I like how you say not to procrastinate because those things can add up on you. So
it can add up. It really can add up. Use your time wisely. I know we all love social media these days, but I'm telling you, it's not worth it. It's not worth the failed test and being stressed out.
Right, absolutely. Well, such a treat, like I said, to chat with you, such a champion in your life, in gymnastics. And before we go, just any advice on where to go for more information on what you're talking about today?
Yes, so for more information, go to posted.com/study.
Perfect. Well, Gabby Douglas, what a treat. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Jessa.
We're going to be back with more sports news coming up after the break.
A special thank you to Conan Automotive in Stoughton for supporting local athletics.